Hello, everyone. Given the realities in the north and east, traditional homeland of Tamils, Eelam, and the global community calls for an international accountability mechanism in Sri Lanka, the Second International Conference on Tamil Nationhood and Genocide in Sri Lanka was held at the Carleton University in Ottawa on 5th and 6th of May 2018. This conference assumes significance as a follow-up of the historical initiative in 1999, and after nearly 20 years later, Eelam Tamils have suffered the mass crimes against humanity and the genocide, and the Tamil nation is under complete military occupation, and Tamils are living in fear, suppression, and denial of rights. In view of our quest for justice and faith in political resolution of the ethnic crisis in Sri Lanka, a demand for international investigations into the war crimes, crimes against humanity, and genocide. This conference was held in the background of the ongoing torture, disappearances, and the struggle for justice by the Tamils, and especially the ongoing struggle for land and the exemplary story of brave women of Iraniyadiva.
This conference was a two-day conference with academic scholars from around the world, with many participation from an active participation from the Tamil community. There was support from youth organizations as well as a collective participation of all Tamil organizations taking part in this conference with the organization and the carry forward. There were many sub-conferences that worked towards coming with the participation of the themes and how everything came together.
Cette conférence a lieu pendant 2 jours, le 5 et le 6. C'est une conférence très importante pour la communauté tamoule parce que cela souligne les retrouvailles soumises par les experts sur ce sujet. Ils sont venus donner leur opinion et leurs suggestions, ce qui est arrivé au Sri Lanka sur le génocide des Tamouls. Fait que cela nous donne une perspective de ce qui est arrivé, ce qui se passe et ce qui va se dérouler. Il est important de souligner que pour cette conférence, il y a 7 organisations tamoules qui sont venues ensemble pour faire cette conférence une réalité. Et aussi, il y avait une nombreuse participation des étudiants tamouls qui faisaient partie des universités comme Carleton, McGill, Concordia, York. Fait que cela souligne une participation des adultes autant que les jeunes. Fait que cette conférence a aidé à faire une alliance entre ces 2 générations. Et aussi, on a touché des sujets comme les gens qui sont disparus, la crime sur les humanités qui sont en train de se dérouler en ce moment, et aussi les gens qui n'ont pas encore eu accès à leur territoire qui était à eux avant la guerre. Tous ces sujets-là ont été touchés pour mettre l'emphase sur le génocide qui est en train de se dérouler en ce moment sur le nord du Sri Lanka. Et en ce moment, je vais vous laisser professeur Manivandan vous présenter un sommaire de la résolution.
At the end of the Second International Conference on Tamil Nationhood and Genocide in Sri Lanka, held in Ottawa from 5th May to 6th of May 2018, the organizing committee aims to find a sustainable political solution that addresses the national question of Eelam Tamils and in the traditional homeland in the north and east of Sri Lanka. The genocidal approach to this ethnic conflict continues, and the state continues to deploy very repressive measures against the Tamil people, setting a dangerous paradigm for the entire world. In accordance with the academic and humanitarian and the judicious dialogue process that was held at this conference, the organizing committee is pleased to present the selective observations of this resolution, this unanimous resolution. Whereas with the brutal suppression of nonviolent means, another 30 years of armed struggle impelled by state oppression culminated in a deliberate mass-scale massacre of innocent civilians at Mulivaikal in 2009, with the intent to destroy the Eelam Tamil Nation, and the continuing military occupation of the north and east continues in an explicit, intense, intended, and accelerated process of genocide, despite Sri Lanka's claims of a post-war normalcy. Whereas considering the ground realities in the Tamil homeland, which include heavy militarization, accelerated Sinhala colonization, forced disappearances, and structural abuse of the Eelam Tamil Nation, all targeted to destroy the identity of the people and the Eelam Tamil Nation, as well as the territorial integrity and the contiguity of the traditional Tamil homeland, Eelam. Whereas the United Nations Human Rights Council, UNHRC, has passed resolution AHRC 34L.1 addressing human rights violations in Sri Lanka, and the Sri Lankan government endorsed this consensus resolution as well. Yet, the Sri Lankan government and the authorities continue to defy and not take any appropriate measures in this regard. Be it further resolved that no solution could be found within the unitary state structure of Sri Lanka. Therefore, we call upon Canada and the international community to intervene and enforce international law, to recognize the genuine, democratic, and judicious aspirations of Tamil people as a nation, and to acknowledge the right to self-determination. Be it further resolved that, based on the applicability of the principles of historical, earned, and remedial sovereignty, as well as Article 1 of the ICSCR, there should be an international decision to conduct and monitor a referendum among the traditional inhabitants of the areas of historical habitation of Tamil-speaking people in the island of Sri Lanka and its diaspora to arrive at a just political solution. We take this opportunity also to make this observation that this historical conference was held with the collective effort of 7 organizations and the academic, intellectual, and the civil society of Tamils in Canada and from all over the world. Thank you.